endure to the end. Keep pushing and win. Shout out to the favorites. Sayonara the sin. My faith made me official. My stance made me an issue. If you ain't bout the faith in Christ, then I ain't rocking with you. I'm on a mission. You can stop, but I ain't stopping with you. These demons hate me to my face. I let my God deal with you. Cause I gotta stay focused. Giving hope to the hopeless. Give my life for the gospel. That's the spirit I roll in. We fell out of favor, but Christ the King and the mediator. We doing it major from coast to coast. We building a nation. Israel, we the greatest. The kingdom waits to stay motivated. Babylon gon' fall and the bomb gon' drop, but until then we just maintaining patience, regaining greatness. Famous awaits us when I keep you low. If I keep you cold, you gon' let me walk down the streets of gold. Down the streets of gold. Maintaining patience, regaining greatness. Famous awaits us. If I keep you low, if I keep you cold, you gon' let me walk down the streets of gold. Yeah.
They say that two, not one is always better, baby. We gon' keep these laws and faith together. Don't let the devil tell you that you better off alone. Let's stay together. They say that two, not one is always better, baby. We gon' keep these laws and faith together. Don't let the devil tell you that you better off alone. Let's stay together. All praises to the Most High. He gave me the breath of life so this man could become a living soul. Hey, yeah. Then he made for me a wife, flesh of my flesh, bone of bone. It's not good for man to be alone. You are the perfect design. Hey. You came in my life at the right time. We forever intertwined. Hey. You were developed from my side.
Yo. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions.
Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is. Lions Den Radio. You don't end in the den with some lions.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Sunday.
Hey, if y'all didn't know,
12.
Raven and Wolves Radio is back.
They back.
Oh, that's funny.
They back. They back.
More fireboot.
Cap said we in the den with nobody.
What you mean?
Hey, man. Hey, shalom, Israel. Most High in Christ bless. Happy Sunday. And it's Set It Off Sunday. That's right. What do they call the show before the last act? Well, I don't know. The show before the last act.
The main event.
The main event is usually the last one.
Yeah, so we in the opening. We in the opening act, but we the in-between act. In-between, go-between.
Keep them warm.
So, Set It Off Sundays. It is 7 p.m., which means it's time for the Lions Den Radio Show. We finna get it in. To my right, who I got? To my right, Officer Kemuel. To my left, who I got?
Officer Michael.
To his left, he lost. To my right, who I got?
Officer Yahaziel.
Officer Yahaziel. Put your headphones on, man.
We
got a radio show. We got a Lions Den Radio version. He's a virgin on the show. He don't even know what to do.
Flip it around.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, that's an eligible bachelor right there.
Who we got over there? Who we got?
That's you. That's you. Officer Jabez.
Officer Jabez.
Yes,
Officer Jabez. All praise. So we got the whole crew here today. Today's Today's show is called Affinity with Hatred. Affinity with Hatred. Right now. And we can name every show this because on Lions Den we show how the nations feel about so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right. But we're really going to show you because yesterday, I think it was yesterday or today was 10 years since Trayvon Martin. It's been 10 years. 10
years.
You got what's going on in Ukraine. We're going to touch that. And we ain't talking about the war. You think we talking about? We ain't talking about the war that's going on in Ukraine. There's other stuff going on. The hatred continues to spill through.
I've seen some of the hatred.
Yeah, and then you just got the normal stuff that goes on. Everyday racism, nothing big. You know, a few brothers shot. You know, nothing too big. A few different.
You're late, brother. You're late. Peeking around the corner. Yeah, the drinks in. He peeked around.
So, hey, let's get right into it because we're running late. What we got up first? Article number 1. What we got tonight?
This is NBC News. Florida House passes bill limiting classroom discussion of gender identity and sexual orientation.
All right, play the video. Let's see what this talking about. Anything goes in Florida.
9 years, 47 days, Mr. Speaker.
The bill passes.
The Florida House has passed a controversial bill limiting conversations about sexual orientation or gender identity in the classroom. The House voted in favor of the Parental Rights in Education bill after weeks of nationwide outrage over what some call the Don't Say Gay bill. The bill prohibits, quote, classroom discussion about sexual orientation or gender identity in kindergarten through 3rd grade, or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards.
It's actually providing boundaries, and it's fair to our teachers and our school districts to know what we expect.
The bill's author defending it, saying the bill won't stop students from talking about their families or LGBTQ history, like the 2016 Pulse nightclub shooting.
Creating boundaries at an early age of what is appropriate in our schools when we are funding our schools is not hate.
The bill's opponents, however, say it could clear the way for lawsuits from parents who view any discussions about LGBTQ people or issues as not appropriate. Beyond potential lawsuits, one Florida Democrat who identifies as gay is concerned about how the law might make students feel.
It sends a terrible message to our youth.
How did you feel when you heard the news?
I felt furious.
Sophomore Kaylee Sandell is president of her Florida High School's Gay Straight Alliance in Leon County. What do you think the impact of a law like this will be for students?
They've been told all their lives that you can't talk about that here. Then they're going to believe that something's wrong with them and they will end their life.
A nationwide survey of LGBTQ youth found 42% seriously considered.
All right. Mikey, what you got on that, Mikey?
I'm trying to see. At first I was like, well, they don't want you to talk about it because they want it to go on. Now, the way the Edomite approached it was like, it's kind of like shutting them down.
Mm-hmm.
That's a win for us then, huh?
Nah, so
it's in between. It's kind of in between. I had a scripture ready and I was like, whoa. She said that. I was like, maybe I'm not going to pull that scripture.
So pretty much what the law is stating, they're not going to talk about it until they're of appropriate age, right? They're not gonna say anything about gender orientation, gender identity, so on and so forth until they're in the 4th, 5th, 6th grade. Now, that sounds age good. Appropriate.
Hey, so what if they get in there and the parents, they have these crazy kids and they identify a boy as a girl?
Right.
It's gonna have to be discussed.
It ain't gonna be discussed. You just gotta accept it. The admin gotta accept it. It ain't no discussion.
Little Johnny can say, "Hey, that's not a Katie."
Right, exactly. And it's like, hey, just be quiet. That's what he is. That's what she is. Trust me, I know. I gotta do it. But what is really well? First off, I want to say, I don't know what it was, a man or woman.
You couldn't tell. Yeah,
Sandy.
that's what
I guess it was a girl. But
Bob,
she said they're gonna think something was wrong with them. They're going to think something is wrong with them and they're going to commit suicide. There's nothing wrong. Well, there is something wrong with them. The action that they are doing is wrong.
Right.
Go to Ecclesiastes 7. We're going to let you know. God didn't make 4 sets of humans or 6 sets or 8 sets. He made male and female.
That's right.
That's what he made. And that's why they do need to teach. They do need to teach gender in schools. But the problem is, it's not going to teach that in the public school system. That's why we need our own schools so we can teach them the right way from the start.
Right.
Y'all keep trusting on your oppressor to do it. It ain't going to happen. Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
Lo, this only have I found.
This only have I found. Read.
That God had made man upright.
That what?
God had made man upright.
So God made us upright from the beginning. But what happened? We sought out many inventions.
Right.
We sought out gender identity. I identify myself as this. We sought out becoming transsexual to the point where you cut your penis down the middle, turn it into a vagina, and all these different things. Yeah.
Fillet that thing
you fillet your penis. All these different things going on. Those are inventions that were sought out. Now give me that in Genesis 2, where it says he made them male and female.
That's crazy.
Male and female. And I'm going to show you the end game of what it's talking about. Because remember, it says that you're not allowed to speak on it, right? So they silencing your conversation. So whenever they do that, like Bishop always say, there's something, they think 10 steps ahead of us. Like you said, you're like, well, that's good, right? Because now they ain't gonna be pushing all these different things. Okay. The next thing is gonna happen. It's gonna be Black History Month, and you can't speak about slavery. You can't do that.
That's gonna line up with the Stop Woke Act.
There you go. That's what, and we're gonna go that next. You got it. You got the scripture?
Book of Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18.
I want male and female in the beginning.
Oh boy.
He said, "No, I don't got it."
Somebody
we need to stop. We're going to start the stay in homeschool campaign. You know what I say? Stay in school.
Right.
Stay in homeschool.
Stay in homeschool. Yep.
That's the campaign.
Go to Matthew 19. I'm sorry, Matthew 19:6. That's what I want. No, go to Genesis 1:27, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, male and female, he made him.
Yeah, my fault.
Male and female, he made them.
They gonna say the them was the babies.
Bruh.
The babies. Read that.
That's probably how I read in the gay Bible.
Yeah.
They got the gay Bible out there.
They do.
The book of Genesis chapter 1 and verse 27. So God created man in his own image.
Read.
In the image of God created he
him. Read.
Male and female.
Read that again.
Male and female.
And transgender.
Male and female.
And non-binary.
Male and female.
And non-question mark.
Male and female.
God created 2 genders on the face of the earth. I remember Deacon Ithon brought this out a long time ago. It's very heavy. Even if you say you want to identify as a man or a woman or whatever, you only have one reproductive system in your body. Mm-hmm. So you say you don't know, you confused. You only got one reproductive system. Either you producing sperm or eggs.
Right.
It ain't no specs going on in there. It's either a sperm or egg, and that's what you are.
Right.
And newsflash, if you turned it into a woman part, when you repent, you got to go back to being a man. If you came in being a woman, I don't confuse.
Dang, I don't know. Land of confusion.
Go to Isaiah 29 and verse 6.
Bring it out, man. Bring it out.
It's confusing what they made this thing out to be, man. Because I was confused when I was seeing it. I was like, what? Is this good? Is this bad? What's going on? This is what they did. Isaiah 29 and verse 6.
The book of Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with...
No, 16. My bad. 16.
Verse 16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
Because they're turning things upside down.
Yep.
That's what they do with all this stuff. Keep reading.
For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not?
Like I said, he didn't make me that way.
Yep.
I'm changing myself.
That's what they do.
I'm flaying my thing up and tuck it under and say, now I'm something else.
Damn.
Read on.
Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
They try to say they don't understand why it was made a certain way.
Right.
Well, that's what Esau is doing, turning things upside down. Got us talking crazy, looking crazy.
Hey, and you know what's crazy? I know we brought this out before. I remember one video showed this young boy's transition, right, from high school into his early years in college, from being a boy to a girl, right? And I was like, that was evil, because the men will take more time to make themselves look feminine and will look more feminine than the sisters.
Right. Yep. Hey, go to the next article. Go to the next article.
They be regretting it. That's one of them committing suicide. The ones that be regretting the change.
I'm about to say why she went to that straight extreme. She was like, they can't identify, and then we'll just kill ourselves.
There you go.
The hell?
Go ahead, read that.
Florida House passes anti-critical race theory bill.
So not only are they passing bills that say you can't talk about homosexuality or gender identity, it's also other things that come with it. Like I say, it's one behind the other. They put certain thought processes in your mind so things are accepted. Go ahead, read it.
All right. Tallahassee, Florida, overriding objections from Democrats who called the measure wrong on all levels. The Republican-controlled Florida House on Thursday passed a bill that would limit House race-related concepts are taught in schools and in workplace training sessions.
So now they controlling the narrative of how you can talk and speak about race-related issues. It's all coming down to eventually down the line where when we go to the streets, hey, you can't be saying the white man the devil.
Yep.
You can't bring up slavery. You can't do none of that. When we try to do these presentations in churches, they're gonna label us something that we ain't. Right. Go ahead, keep reading.
Can I back you up on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're trying to frame law by mischief. That's exactly what they're doing. They're
Scripture you want.
Oh, Psalm chapter 94, verse 20.
right.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Man.
All right.
It's crazy. It's crazy because now evil is wax worse.
Right.
We're going to have to ban the Bible because we can get out there and read the Bible and say, what's that talking about?
Right.
Who's that talking about? And people are going to know.
Yep.
The people are going to know.
They make it easier for us.
Right.
Easier and
we're
harder.
going to say sodomite.
Right.
You know what a sodomite is.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee?
Right. The throne of iniquity is who? The man of perdition, our oppressor, Esau, the one who commits sin, the border of wickedness. Read on.
Which frameth mischief by a law.
So now Esau, the so-called white man, they're framing mischief. The mischief is saying that what? That you can't say gay anymore. Mm-hmm. You cannot say gay anymore. But when you read the Bible talks about sodomy being wrong. Mm-hmm. So that's how they're doing. They're framing mischief by law, and now we gotta follow what? Evil.
Hey, and that word is in their law.
Right.
Yep.
So you can't ban sodomite. That's in your law book.
Yep.
So we say sodomite. It's like yesterday when the lady was trying to hate on us. The dude, the security guy was like, they ain't doing nothing wrong, man. They just reading the Bible. Yeah.
That's
just
it.
reading the Bible.
That's it. But the problem is they don't ever read it. Hey, keep going down this arc. I want y'all to hear some more of this stuff.
Okay.
Under the measure.
Under the measure, school instruction.
See that? School instruction, read.
Or workplace training.
So at school and work, read.
Would constitute discrimination if it compels people to believe certain concepts.
So if you make somebody believe something, you're labeled discriminatory.
Oh, wait, hold on. Discrimination if you compel people to believe certain concepts. So white Jesus.
There you go. Meanwhile, they compel you to believe in America all day long.
Damn.
They teach you manifest destiny. I remember that's in the books.
Yep.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But if it goes against them, if it's contrary to them, then there's a problem. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Give me that in Wisdom of Solomon, where it says his ways are contrary to us.
So all those images that I saw in the stained glass in the churches growing up.
Right. Yep. Damn. Verse 12. 2 and 12.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous.
This is what this white man does. He lies in wait for the righteous. Read.
Because he is not for our turn.
Because he is not for our turn. You absolutely right. We is not for the prolonging of the American society. We are not for the prolonging of gay and interracial marriages. We are not for the prolonging of white Jesus reigning over us. Read.
And he is clean.
And he is what?
And he is clean.
That's just what Mike Yell said. We clean. Why? Because we keep the commandments. All we doing is saying what's in the Bible.
Right.
He is clean. Read.
Contrary
what?
To our doings.
Contrary to what the white man does, we are clean in our ways.
Throne of iniquity.
That's why the scriptures say what? It says, speak my words. Give me that Romans 3. Romans 3 and 3. Gosh, dog. I ain't brought this out in a long time. Romans 3 and verse 3. So it says, he is clean contrary to our doings. And then we're going to go back and finish that one. Because that's scriptures. That's a heavy scripture. Give me that. Hurry up. Come on, J-Bed. 7-6.
Yeah, my fault.
What y'all been doing at Camp 101, man?
The book of Romans.
Don't look at me.
Romans.
I know you don't go to Camp 101. That brother 3 hours away. It's hot.
Like, what's Camp 101?
Yep.
The book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
For what if some did not believe?
For what if some did not believe? Read.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Read.
God forbid.
What?
God forbid.
God forbid. Read.
Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar.
But every man a liar. That's the key part. Read.
As it is written.
As it is written.
That thou mightest be justified in thy sayings.
You see that? That's why when you brothers go out and teach, stay in the Bible. Right. If everything you say is coming out of the scriptures, they can't say nothing. That's why what happens when you're really a good teacher, what they say, hey, no, I don't want you to say the Bible.
That's right.
Give me your opinion. If ain't nobody ever told that to you, you're talking too much.
Damn.
It's that simple.
Yep.
If they ain't told you to close the Bible, you're doing too much talking. Because when you do, they know you justified. It's like, damn, man. No. I want to hear your opinion. You hear that on Clubhouse all the time.
Right.
No. What do you think? It don't matter what I think. I don't give a damn what I think. What I think got us into slavery. Go ahead.
Deacon Nathan had that class, How to Spot a Devil, because they want you to come out of the scriptures.
Yep, that's simple. That simple. Now go back to Wisdom of Solomon 2 and finish that in 12, and then we'll go to the next article.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law.
Right. We upbraid them with the offending of the law, because we showing them the error of their ways. They like, damn, we got to pass these laws so these niggas can't keep doing this, man. I'm tired of them coming into the universities, coming on the workplace with their fringes on and all this. Read.
And objected to our infamy, the transgressions of our education.
Right. The transgression of their education is what? White supremacy. God loves everybody. John 3:16. We go against all that, and guess what? We justify when we do it, because we coming out of the Bible.
Oh, praise.
Hey, let me get an example of that. When it says he upbraided us with our offending of the law. Get that. Go to Mark 6 right quick. Mark 6 is 17.
Mark 6:17.
Yep. 17 and 18.
That's after Matthew.
The book of Mark, chapter 6 and verse 17.
Oh, he played you, son.
I took your precept. Go ahead, read it.
For Herod himself sent forth and laid hold upon John, and bound him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife, for he had married her. For John had said unto Herod, it is not lawful for thee to have thy brother's wife.
So he corrected it. He corrected him. What ended up happening? He got killed for that.
Threw him in prison.
Got thrown in prison and got beheaded.
Beheaded. All right, go to the next article. Flow. Oh yeah, this is a funny one. So this is just a little light. Y'all know tomorrow's the last day of Black History Month, and we know how much education was
2 days short.
Was
the black folks get mad as hell because they didn't get an extra 2 days.
Right. Hey, I said this to Mikey yesterday at camp. Black people complain about they get the shortest month of the year, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Israelites teach Black history 365 days a year.
365.
And every time you ask somebody, hey, you got 5 minutes? No.
For Black history,
right,
too.
For Black history. So we don't want to hear your complaints about only having 28 days.
Bring it out.
Most of them don't want nothing to do with Black history.
Good point.
But we want to show y'all what they teaching in your school systems. Go ahead. Press play.
Yosoa High School had a walkout today, and this little girl had said this.
I am so glad that years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King, the first black man, ended slavery. Because if not, people would be whipped every day for thousands.
Yosoa High School had a...
Ended slavery?
Yeah, This is what's being taught.
You can't make this up.
This is the ignorance. This is the
cannot
ignorance
make
of people.
this up.
I mean, people was getting whipped all the way to 1963.
Right.
People were still getting whipped.
Ended slavery, huh?
Tied up.
I thought that was pretty funny. So, in short,
Which
the
they
white
was still getting whipped, actually. But.
yeah, the white man don't care about your history. He think Martin Luther King ended slavery. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's going on, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
These are the people that y'all trying to tell them your story. They don't give a damn. They're like, all right, cool, yeah, Martin Luther King. So, the affinity for hatred. Go ahead and let's go to this article right here. Is that a video? Play the video if they got a video. IT, play a video if that's a video.
Play the video.
Oh, wow.
Sign in.
You got to pay for it? All right, don't worry about
It
it.
says ask later.
Yeah, it did say ask later.
Hit ask later. Let's see if it let you play.
All right.
We know how serious.
I'm going back in
I was
IT,
about to
man.
say.
I'm going to go back there and press some buttons for y'all.
The split.
We know how serious school threats can be, and it raises a serious question. When should schools alert police and parents if they suspect a school threat? In a recent case at St. Pete Catholic High School, the principal told me he waited days before telling police about a threat written on a bathroom stall that read, quote, "kill all N-words." And while the school investigated internally, he says it was also days before parents were alerted. Now, that delay has parents and students concerned about safety, and they're calling for changes. This racist threat to, quote, "kill all N-words," written on a bathroom stall at St. Pete Catholic High School is powerful. And now it's empowering the people here in this room to push for change.
I'll be honest, it's kind of stressful for me as a student, having to stand up in front of my colleagues and tell them why I deserve to go to school and feel safe. It's kind of crazy.
17-year-old Justin Bowman spoke at this NAACP meeting with parents and students, trying to make sense of it all and looking for solutions. He says he's feeling the impacts firsthand of that hate speech and what some are calling a racist culture at the school.
It's gotten to a point where I'm being taken out of class to try to help my administrators figure out how to fix this problem.
It's a problem he didn't create, but one St. Petersburg NAACP chapter president, Esther.
Now, when they get done with this, I do want to go back to the very beginning, because for a meeting of something this important, you see how many people's in there? I mean, you got like 12 people in there.
And we got experience with that.
Yeah. Hey,
go ahead.
Our people don't care.
No, we don't care.
Hey, that's why it says we are old lion. We are old lion. Imagine this happening in the 60s or the 40s or the 50s.
Packed out.
Packed out. Everybody ready to go. But now, everybody drugged up on Instagram. They're busy doing TikTok videos. It's Esau played a number.
Getting their likes up.
Esau played a number on us. That's
lying to Judah on the wall looking sad as hell in the meeting, man. Like, people ain't come out.
These churches are a joke, man. Press play.
Eugene and State Senator Darrell Roussan are determined to make sure it's fixed. They told the group they're monitoring the situation at the school closely.
You guys have some strong kids up here.
Pause.
And
hey, I want y'all to see something else too. Look who the leader of the NAACP chapter is.
Hey, we just experienced that.
Woman.
Yep.
A black woman. So now, give me Jeremiah.
Yep.
The 30.
Yep, 31, 22.
31 and 22, man. This is what's going on now in these last days. These scriptures are coming to pass. Y'all seeing war on the other side of the earth, and you seeing the black woman being placed on a pedestal above the black man in leadership positions.
Damn shame.
Wow. And we went out there to St. Pete. You remember we went out there, we talked to the dude at the church. Go ahead, read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 31 and verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
Read.
For the Lord had created a new thing.
For what?
The Lord had created a new thing in the earth.
The Lord have created a new thing in the earth. Read.
A woman shall compass a man.
A woman has now compassed a man. We're going to touch on it later. Your new Supreme Court justice, another black woman. The vice president, a black woman. Your
so-called.
ex-wife,
So-called.
your ex-wife husband, a black woman.
Damn. What was ex-wife husband?
Yeah, your ex-wife husband is a black woman.
Oh,
damn.
Oh, damn.
She's a lesbian. What's that? The brat.
Yeah.
Black women are everything.
Yep.
They everything.
Brad and what's her name? The other lady too, the comedian lady.
It's
That
crazy.
was crazy.
Niecy Nash.
Niecy Nash.
I thought it was a dude. Like I looked at her and said,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
that's why you just married the dude."
Yeah.
She was married to
She
the dude
was
for
married
a
to the
minute.
dude.
Yeah, right.
She left the man.
Why did she marry another dude?
Right.
She did. Go ahead, press
Oh,
play.
damn.
A dude with a vagina.
The ability to stand in this place, in this moment, against the adversities that are coming against you.
And while Justin buries his head in his books,
I've been in this school since my freshman year.
he doesn't want to bury his concerns.
The incidents of racial injustice going on, students feeling unsafe, and just the lack of support we're getting from our faculty and staff.
Justin's grandfather, David Jackson, worries people aren't taking the racial slurs and threats seriously enough. He calls the writings on the wall terrifying.
Because that's a real situation these days. Kids will pick up a handgun. Or
Pause. This is an older black man.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you say these days this is a real situation? Our people are asleep, man.
He had experienced all kind of lynchings and stuff like that.
What is wrong with our people? These days, this is real. Like
people pick up a gun nowadays.
Like in his days, it was better. Have you ever heard of Emmett Till? Have you ever heard of names just James Meredith, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X?
Right.
Ever heard of those guys? Fred Hampton?
Yeah.
Ever heard of them? That was your days.
Right.
Murdered in cold blood. But that's why it says we're old line. But this is the biggest thing. This is at a Catholic school, right?
Mm.
That means they're paying to go to this school, right?
Yeah, it's a private school.
Right.
I got an idea for you. Take your money, homeschool,
Stay in homeschool campaign.
and pay a black tutor to teach your children. But you want to be assimilated so bad that you subject your children to this type of treatment. Give me that in Isaiah 8 and 9. That's the problem with our people.
Yep.
We want to hold hands with our oppressors so bad.
So bad.
Damn.
They got to read, kill all niggas,
Right.
then get touched on by Father Flanagan.
Right. And you still want to be in the school. And they taking your money. You paying college tuition
To go
for
to
high school.
Crazy.
Guarantee you it ain't no less than $10,000 a year. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 8 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Associate yourselves.
Do what?
Associate yourselves.
That's what was going on here. Associate yourselves, read.
O ye people.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall be broken.
And what?
Ye shall be broken.
Ye shall be broken. In the last days, it's going to be death. Right now, what? Mentally, you getting destroyed. They physically threaten you. You can't even go to school and learn without the effects of oppression creeping on you. Read.
In pieces.
You shall be broken in pieces. That's the judgment you get for trying to associate and trying to assimilate with the white man. Y'all ain't learned this yet? Have we not learned to separate and do for ourselves after all these years?
Nope.
Hey, Cap, you know, hey, get numbers right quick. 2716. Our enemies have done a number on us in destroying the family and putting the woman in charge again.
Yep.
And let's see what the scriptures say about it.
The book of Numbers, chapter 27 and verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation.
Read.
Which may go out before them,
Uh-huh.
and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out.
Which may what?
And which may lead them out.
These sisters ain't no leaders.
Right. Wow.
These sisters ain't no leaders. Go ahead.
And which may bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord be not as sheep which have no shepherd.
That right there proves they not leaders.
Wow.
Because it says that the congregation of the Lord be as sheep which have no shepherds. These sisters ain't leaders, but yet they're set up in a position to look like leaders.
Yep. And you know who set them up? Oh, do you know what? Because it said NAACP, right?
Mm-hmm.
All
Bring it out.
Yeah, one of y'all talk a little bit. I got to find it in my book. I got to find it in my book real quick.
About talk.
Christian
What else? What else
be
you got?
making up
So,
stuff, man.
So yeah, read that again. Read that again. Let's get some more meat off of that.
Read that, because it don't say no
16.
shepherdesses. Like,
Right.
you know, Christian, they got deacons and deaconesses.
Right.
No damn
Matter of fact, no.
deacon-
Let's go to the New
deaconesses in the
Testament. Go
Bible.
to 1 Corinthians 14.
I ain't gonna front. I never knew that stuff was never in the Bible.
Me neither. Me neither.
Deaconess.
Me neither. Deaconesses.
That was that was popular when we was younger.
1 Corinthians 14.
I'm sorry, verse 30.
Not the other confusion.
Verse 3? Yeah. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Let your women keep silence in the churches.
What did the Lord say?
Let your women keep silence in the churches. For it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law.
Under obedience, as also saith the law, which we read in Genesis 3. Read on verse 35.
And if they will learn anything.
So this is how you know that the earth is out of course with us. If they will learn anything, what?
Let them ask their husbands at home.
But a lot of them don't have husbands at home now. Go ahead.
For it is a shame for women to speak in the church.
So you see that everything has been flipped upside down, and no longer is the black woman's desire to the black man.
Right.
Hey, so we was talking about the NAACP. This is from a book called The American Directory of Certified Uncle Toms.
Damn.
Damn, certified. Huh?
Certified
Wow,
Uncle
wow.
Toms.
PhDs in that
Now I
thing.
want you to read this from the highlighted part.
Whites funded race leaders like Booker T. Washington, who counseled blacks to adopt a submissive demeanor and to prepare themselves to be reliable labor for whites.
So the leaders that they set up were always set up. They put it in our mindset to be a workforce, never to be business owners, never to provide for ourselves, but to work. That's why we had what? AME schools. What is it? Florida A&M, Alabama A&M. What does it mean? Agricultural and mechanical work. So we could do what? We can work the fields and we can work in the factories. It was never to be your own self and learn how to develop as a man or a woman to generate a business for yourself. Keep reading.
Right. You know how many Booker T. Washington high schools there are out there?
Yeah. That's why.
In every city.
Yep. Read that. Keep reading.
Whites began organizations like the NAACP.
NAACP. Read it again. I want people to, because people love to talk about these organizations. They give millions and billions of dollars. Understand your history. Read.
Whites began organizations like the NAACP in 1909 and the Urban League in 1911.
Read.
Both of which advocated that blacks organized to append themselves to white society.
So they didn't advocate for us to be a separate entity.
No.
That's why assimilation was always the goal of these organizations. It was never for us to be separate. That's why they hate the way we talk. They're like, man, hey, I really like what y'all doing, but masters say we gotta assimilate.
Right.
Read.
And that they reject the false hopes of an independent black movement aiming for a full and complete freedom.
That's what y'all got to understand. All of these organizations are designed and created to keep you in the wheelhouse of America. Because what you find out is we were more assimilated during slavery, after slavery, than we were during. What do I mean by that? After slavery, Bishop broke it down yesterday. We had to do what? We had to sharecrop. So now you had to be around master to get anything at all. So understand these false organizations out here, NAACP, Urban League, Black Lives Matter. If you accept the funds of the white man, you are living up to the agenda of the white man.
I'm about to say this Christianity.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Exactly.
That's what it
exactly.
is.
Ain't no difference.
Hey, Kat, let me get one script on that. Go to Isaiah 51, 22 and 23. Let's read it in the scriptures, because it says, keep that up there just for a second. It says, who counsel blacks to adopt a submissive demeanor, a submissive demeanor. Let's read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 51 and verse 20. 22. Thus saith thy Lord, the Lord, and thy God that pleaded the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee.
We reading about the hand of those that afflict us. Go ahead.
Which have said to thy soul.
What do they say to us?
Bow down.
Be submissive. Yep. Go ahead.
That we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body as the ground.
And we have laid our bodies as the ground. We not looking for black independence.
Yep. Never.
And then what do? Jeremiah 3 and verse 25. This is what we do.
Bring it out.
They tell us to bow down, and what do?
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 3 and verse 25. We lie down in our shame, and our confusion covered us. For we have sinned against the Lord our God, we and our fathers, from our youth even unto this day, and have not obeyed the voice of the Lord our God.
So they tell us to bow down, and we lie down and continue to stay in sin and confusion. Like this guy right here.
Yep.
This is confused black man right
got
here.
gray hairs on, and he confused. Wow. How the hell are you confused about that?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They should speak.
Right. They should speak knowledge. We ain't brought that out in a minute. Hey, go to the next article, man. We don't destroy this. So now some of y'all may be saying, well, there's still some good white man. That was just those kids. Those kids don't know nothing.
Yeah.
They just kids.
Silly kids.
But this the thing. It's 2022. Where are they learning this from? Everybody says it's nature versus nurture, right? So as you grow up, somebody had to teach them that.
Right.
So guess what? That racist theology is still living and breathing today. You don't think so? Press play.
Domestic terrorism is on the rise in America. You've heard that. Our politicians don't seem to care, but it is. More specifically, domestic terrorism motivated by white supremacy is on the rise in America.
Marriage has more on this, and she joins us from Washington. Catherine, we understand the power grid could be a target?
Good morning. According to the intelligence report obtained by CBS News, these groups have developed credible and specific plans to attack the power grid since at least 2020 as a way to disrupt the country and the ability of government to operate. The report warns extremists adhering to a range of ideologies will likely continue to plot and encourage physical attacks against power networks, which include more than 6,400 plants and nearly 500,000 miles of high voltage lines. While the bulletin emphasized small-scale attacks are unlikely to cause widespread power loss, it may cause disruption to critical infrastructure like hospitals and police departments. Homeland Security noted several indicators, including online chatter.
It's not just online chatter. We're looking about attacking our power grids and things like that. It gets real. So let's look at some of this stuff from a few men who did plead guilty to doing just this. So in the fall of 2019, Mr. Frost and Mr. Cook, they met in an online chat group and they began talking about the possibility of attacking a power grid. And that's according to their plea agreements. So within weeks, the two men began making efforts to recruit others and began sharing reading material that promoted white supremacy and neo-Nazism. So three men each assigned themselves to a power grid in different parts of the country, America, which they planned to attack using rifles. So the defendants discussed their hopes that the power grid disruption would cost the government significant amounts of money, leading to unrest. Based on their conversations, authorities determined that they hoped to cause a race war precipitated by the power being out for months. So I want you guys to remember the people like Donald Trump and Tucker Carlson and anyone else who was saying, why are you guys always talking about race? Why do you guys like to say that there's these white supremacists that?
Because there's always remember the Miami Dolphins head coach, what he said he identified as. He said, I don't really identify as black. I identify as a human. Well, we showing you over and over again. Nobody else on the earth identifies as a human. Nobody does that. You identify with your race.
Right.
That's what the Bible says, and that's what all nature tells you. Because we're gonna show you article after article, video after video. These people are trying to start war. They want to shoot at doggone power grids so the power go out to cause a war.
Hey, you know it's funny. Obviously, Haziel can tell you that when the Lord throw one of them lightning bolts,
it's a thing of beauty.
and cut out the power.
It's a thing of beauty. They confused as hell. Don't know what to do.
I don't know what they bored.
The electricity be out and they call about the internet.
Damn.
I'm like, the power is out.
Right.
What is wrong with you?
Damn. Hey, press play because he gonna get into the racing part.
Keep trying to overtake the country or try to kill people or start a race war or attack our power grid and our infrastructure. They'll sound like terrorists to me. If they were brown and they were a Muslim, it'd be top story number one, foreigners are coming to take over America. But instead we have Americans looking to destroy America. What are we gonna do about it? So far, not much. So, by the way, according to one of these guys' plea agreements, they saw the fall of order in the U.S. as a perfect way for white people to regain power because they've lost it. So people wouldn't show up for work, is what they also said. The economy would crash, and there'd be a ripe opportunity for potential white leaders to rise up. And also, they were so committed to this, they're willing to die. Who does that sound like? Who we're always so afraid of? Let's look at that. Mr. Frost also gave Mr. Cook and Mr. Sowell suicide necklaces that he had filled with fentanyl, which were to be ingested if they were caught by the police, according to court documents. They sound like terrorists to me, willing to die for the cause of white supremacy. So they didn't get to this whole situation of what they wanted to get.
Turn them off. So another incident of white people trying to start war, trying to start chaos, because they don't like you blacks in their country. They don't like equality. They don't want to be equal. But only a few of them willing to actually go to the extremes to get it done.
Hey, I was about to say, hey, grab Mark chapter 3.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
This is a beautiful thing as far as I'm concerned. That's like the Capitol riots. When I seen that stuff, you got Jake out there talking about, no, don't do it. Nah, do it. Please do.
Tear it up. Tear it up.
Right. Because Jake always the one tearing up in our own communities. Let Esau have at it, man.
Yep.
Read that. Mark 3, start at verse 24. Uh-oh. Yeah, unmute your mic.
The book of Mark, chapter 3 and verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
Right. As long as Esau fight against Esau, none of this in America is going to stand. Read.
And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
Read.
And if Satan rise up against himself,
Esau, not so-called, about so-called. Esau is the white man.
That's right.
He's the devil. Read.
And be divided, he cannot stand. But hath an end.
He got a what?
Hath an end.
Praise the Lord.
That's
he got an end.
Yes,
so
sir.
let him forward that progress. Go right ahead.
Hey, when he said if it was a black person or a Muslim, remember when we showed Friday when they was talking to the Muslim woman?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. She brought that out.
She brought the same thing out. She said, some people read. And y'all took advantage of these black people and made them build up this nation.
Damn. That's true.
She's cutting them up.
But hey, showing once again, people do identify and recognize your color.
Right.
It'll never be an article says human being shot dead by the police.
Right.
I've never seen that. I've never seen the first human being won an Emmy Award. No, it don't say that.
Damn.
It didn't say the first human being named Supreme Court Justice today. Nope. It didn't say that. So people that y'all trying to pull the sheep right over the
people come on, bringing her to scene today, man.
Yep.
Bring her out. Bring out the bed wench.
Damn.
Bring forth the wench.
Was that next? Is this next?
Bring forth.
IT just ready to go.
I guess they ready
Educated
to go.
wench.
Let me see.
If you don't get the sister out the way, they're going to keep her up there. You know that, right?
It just be funny to me because every time black people feel like we got a bone, they get puffed up. Somebody just burst their bubble. Like, boop.
Yep.
Hey, all praise. No, that was the spirit. That was next up anyway. So, play it.
Gift. She from D.C., huh?
Yep. Sixth woman justice to serve in 233 years.
Wow.
Hey,
that's the first time.
Go back real quick.
Wow, that's some bad math right there.
Go back a little bit more yeah. It says Biden pledged during his campaign to nominate a black woman to the high court. It's a setup, man.
Yeah. all
been a
day.
setup from day
Because
one.
they promised he did this for the black vote.
Yeah.
The black woman vote. They said he was. That's why he had the black woman run with him. What's her name? I don't forgot her name.
Harris.
Yeah. No.
Kamala.
Punjabi?
I was going to say Condoleezza.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
That was George Bush's bed wench.
So
they,
now
they know who to nominate, though, man. They like, well, oh, she's married to one of us.
Right,
yeah, make sure she
right.
get in there.
Yeah,
That's
go.
a vote for us.
Go ahead, press play. We gonna learn a little bit about her. She's only the 6th woman to serve.
This is the first time that a black woman has ever been nominated to the Supreme Court. And if she's confirmed, it will really add a lot of diversity to the court. Not only is it the first black woman, but this would be the first time that 2 African Americans are serving on the court.
This is. Hey, look up how many Supreme Courts you have. How many? You looking it up now?
I was typing it.
Find out how many is serving at the same time. It better be a small number.
Yeah, it is. I think it's like 7 or 8.
Okay,
I can't
okay.
remember. I haven't looked it up in a while, but
How many Supreme Courts are there?
Damn.
How many?
We only had 2 brothers that look like.
Yeah, Clarence Thomas.
Thomas,
and,
they shamed with a black woman shamed. Well, he might have did it. I don't know, but he shamed himself.
right,
the whole
right,
scandal
right.
with
the scandal. With,
yeah.
What he did?
He sexually harassed Anita Hill.
Anita Hill, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Anita Hill
remember
black?
that.
Yeah, she black. Yeah, I think he did that.
And his wife
Okay.
is white, ain't it?
That I don't
Clarence
know.
Thomas? I
That
think so.
I
But go ahead,
don't know.
That's it. That's it.
9?
That's
no,
it.
but I'm
No,
talking
how
about,
many
so it's
total-
9 serve at a time?
Oh, no, not at the time. That ain't come up.
It's a 9. Yeah, 9 make up the Supreme Court. So you got nine
Okay.
judges in the Supreme Court. All right, so that ain't too bad. We got 2 out of the 9. The problem is 2.
It's been more women than men.
Yeah, right. It's two women, 1 man in 233 years. But no justice, no peace. Change, hope you can believe in. Man, these people they keep fooling y'all, man. But anyway, if you got 2 black people voting for the blacks and you got 7 people voting for the whites, we ain't gonna never win.
Right.
Ain't nothing gonna never change. If you could put 2 Israelites in there.
Exactly.
They can't change nothing. That's what y'all don't understand. This ain't
Charlie Brown gonna miss the ball again.
There you go. So we got a black woman in the Supreme Court justice position. Go to the next video. Hooray, black people. Go ahead, press play.
Katanji Brown Jackson is now the first black woman nominated to become a Supreme Court justice.
Katanji.
President Joe Biden making good on his campaign promise to make this historic nomination.
Judge Katanji Jackson.
President Joe Biden presenting his first nominee for the Supreme Court.
For too long, our government, our courts haven't looked like America.
If Katanji Brown Jackson is confirmed, it would be one for the history books. She would be the first black woman Supreme Court justice. The 51-year-old had been considered the frontrunner to replace retiring Justice Stephen Breyer.
But please know that I could never fill your shoes.
Several prominent Democrats congratulating the judge. Jackson boasts credentials and experience. A Harvard grad, she became a federal judge in Washington, D.C.
I want y'all to understand her credentials. She was a Harvard grad. That means she's full of white man philosophy.
Right.
Only the highest of education from the white man. So you're not looking at one of your own. That's what y'all don't understand.
She ain't going grab it from cookie.
Right. You're not looking at one of your own. Go ahead.
In 2013. Then Representative Paul Ryan, a Republican, introduced her during that confirmation hearing. They are related by marriage.
Our politics may differ.
Hold on. They related by marriage. Now, she's not married to him, but they're related through marriage. Let's see. Let's look behind door number 3. Next article. All right. Read that.
Dr. Patrick Graves Jackson, Katanji Brown Jackson's husband, is a surgeon.
Okay, so her husband is a surgeon. Scroll down. Oh, there you go. There you go. Trick bag number 4. She's married to the devil. Y'all see that? Hey, call in. What's the phone number?
863-877-0693.
Yo, black people.
Hey, why the thing ain't on the screen?
863-877-0693.
Hey, so that's the husband of this sister, man.
Let's hear your comments.
That's the husband. We want to hear your thoughts.
He look like a killer.
How y'all feel about y'all new Supreme Court justice being married to Esau?
Damn.
Hey, give me that in Sirach. Let's bring it out. Sirach 12. Never trust thine enemy.
Never.
Now, and we just read to y'all earlier. Every single person that's put in a position, are they chosen? This is 1 out of 9 positions on the earth that's chosen directly by the president. You ain't gonna work your way to that position.
Chose Obama. He got a white mother. Yeah, make sure you put him in there. He can identify with us white folks.
Go ahead, read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Never trust thine enemy.
What the Bible say?
Never trust thine enemy.
The Bible says to never, ever trust your enemy. Read.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness. So understand, everything that this man gives you is to bring you to your knees. Everything. Give me that and what officer quoted, a gift destroyeth the heart. Because first they give you Barack Obama. Then they say, okay, black president wasn't good enough. Now we give you a black woman vice president.
Right.
Black people went crazy again. Okay, let's try this. Now let's give you a black Supreme Court justice woman.
Right.
Black people.
Man. She really let this dude come on top of her every damn day. Hey, look at this guy, man.
Yep.
Look at this. Nah, seriously. That's like with Barkley. Barkley married to a white man over there. They always find some of the bottom dwelling psychopaths, man. They is crazy.
Hey, man, make sure the phone line's on, man. People say they call it, man. 863-877-0693.
Turn the phone lines on.
No, I'm just saying, like, seriously, look at this.
Hey, J. Bear said he can't hear nothing no more. Well, read that in Sirach. Ecclesiastes.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
I hear you loud and clear, James.
All right. You good. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your name, question, or comment? Where you calling from?
Yeah. I just want to make a comment about them electing the first black woman in the Supreme Court. I'm just really disgusted with that, you know? I'm just very disgusted.
Yeah, man. So what makes you disgusted about it?
Well, you know, they went on this campaign about Biden said, hey, you know, black people, you voted for me, now I'm going to have your back. And it's like, they didn't do anything.
Right.
You know, it's like, what did they do? They waited for this one moment to unveil, to, get the first black lady in the Supreme Court, and she's married to a white man.
Yep.
You know, I'm disgusted.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. This woman is not for her people.
There you go.
And it's not going to work out for black people at all.
There you go. Hey, well, we appreciate you for calling in and listening to the show, bro.
Wow. Yes, sir.
All right. So, the trick bag has been pulled again. Go ahead, read that scripture.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Oh, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Oppression makes you mad. Oppression makes you create your own organization, not set up by the white man. It makes you read the Bible with new eyes. You put fringes on your garments and you teach against America. You don't join it and try to further its interests. Read.
And a gift.
And what?
A gift.
And a gift does what?
Destroyeth the heart.
That's what America does. America is the land of gifts. That's why they give you a what? A tax return. They time it up every year. They say, hey, let's make sure we get these niggas something back so they good. If you just keep them oppressed all the time, that wouldn't be good. It's like, hey, let's give them welfare. Let's give them food stamps. Let's give them a football scholarship. But only so many of them can get it. Right. Let's give them, what's it called? Affirmative action. Let's get some Negroes in there. And when you read, we've been reading a lot, that's why those organizations started. The NAACP, the Urban League, because the oppression was too much. They was like, dang, let's get some organizations to stand up for these people.
Throw them a bone.
Right. Throw them a bone. That's what America does. Go ahead. Y'all got something?
Yeah, let me get Tobit 4 and 13.
Bring it out.
And you know, okay, the sister went to Harvard, and this is the thing. So, you know, she's pretty bright.
Yep.
So, you know, but they don't want the brightest of our people to remain in our communities and us to marry within each other. You know, and I think it was that Trick Baby where they had that.
All praise. Let's get that after you read the
just
scripture.
thinking the same thing. That's what he said.
Because, you know, what if this sister married a brother that graduated from a Harvard or something? They both had the minds to help their people. Let's get that first.
That's a heavy point. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
Shalom, leadership. This is Brother Micah in Ohio.
Hey, shalom, Brother Michael. What's going on? What's your question or comment?
My comment is Kalama Harris is not black.
Yep. That's true.
She is not black.
That is true.
You are correct.
So don't put that out there. She's not black. She's not for us whatsoever.
Yep. No, we got you. But that's what they want to paint the narrative. She's black when something good happens, and she's Indian when something bad happens.
The media clearly calls her, labels her as a black woman.
Yep. Wow. So all praise. We get what you're saying, though. We appreciate you for calling in.
Oh, just because she keeps hot sauce in her purse.
All praise.
Shalom.
Yeah, we know that. We know Obama ain't black either.
Yep.
We know that too.
Because when you see like a lot of I'll just say foreigners come and get their education in America, and then they go back to educate their people and bring their people up.
Yep.
We're divided right here in America when we do try to achieve. Hey, read that.
The book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 13. Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren.
Do what?
Love thy brethren. And despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people.
Go ahead.
In not taking a wife of them, for in pride is destruction and much trouble.
You see that in pride. In pride, because you want to be assimilated and thought to be somebody, because the only reason you think you somebody is because they telling you somebody. Right. Go ahead.
And in lewdness is decay and great want. For lewdness is the mother of famine.
So don't despise your people in interracial marriages.
Hey, officer, what I got from that was read it from the top again.
The book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 13. Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren, and despise not in thine heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, in not taking a wife of them. For in pride is this.
So the key part was it said love your brother by marrying within your race. So when you see somebody married outside their race, what is that letting you know, officer?
No love.
They hate their own people. They literally hate their own people. That's what y'all got to understand. Bishop broke it down about 2-3 years ago. Show me who you married to, and I show you who your loyalty is to. These people are loyal to the oppressors to the T. That is how they are able to attain the status that they get to. Play this video. This how she got in that position.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard. You liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
Hey, you know what? I would like to ask if anybody's experienced this to call in. If you're a black entrepreneur and you have black people working for you, if they don't work harder for the white man than they work for you. Because I know I've experienced it.
We all have.
A couple of times.
Yeah. Damn. Damn.
White man paycheck is better, apparently.
Yeah, apparently it is,
His
bro.
check is better.
His ice is colder.
So we showed you that politics and the hatred continues. Even in politics. So now we showed you the white man trying to shoot up the power grid. We showed you the white people calling you nigga in your school system. We showed you they trying to shut down your free speech. Let's see if anything changed in the airline industry. Go ahead, press play on this video. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Calling from Sacramento, California.
Okay. What's your question or comment?
Oh, I was just going to say, yes, I did have an employee. She did everything to try to create havoc with me. But yes, it was bad.
Damn. So what line of work you did?
Then I worked for corrections.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm not there anymore though.
Gotcha.
So,
yes.
yeah.
That's why they say a lot of times they rather bring in white managers because black people won't listen to black people.
They won't. And they I mean, I've even had coworkers that just go against you and they get caught up. And what can you do? You can't help them.
Nah, you can't. Unless they repented, you out of luck.
I know, it's pretty tough. Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty sad too.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's
you guys take care. Yeah, I love you guys' program.
all praises. Well, we appreciate you for calling in, sis. You went to school out there in Sacramento?
Yes, I did. Yes, I've been here all my life. Yeah, my dad's from Louisiana, so.
Okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you for calling in, sis.
Alrighty, take care.
All right, play that. The 2022 Rosa Parks, y'all.
Oh Lord.
Oh damn. What?
Delta again anytime soon? Never again.
Julian Glover, ABC 7 News.
Come on, IT.
Right now.
Come on.
Can we watch the video?
She said never again.
You can't make this stuff
Never
up.
again. Never again.
Can't make this stuff up with our IT.
Hey, but while they look that up, though, I was just reading something over here on that judge.
Mm-hmm.
It says that she knows that the husband, he traced back his family 6 generations before the Mayflower.
Wow.
She could trace back on her side. They were slaves.
Dang.
She knows that and still went ahead and married
Still
the dude.
married him.
Yeah.
Still married Massa.
What is this?
I've been flying with Delta forever. That's like who I exclusively fly with.
Camille Henderson said that's all changed after her most recent trip with Delta Airlines. She and her boyfriend were heading to Atlanta, a major Delta hub, to visit family.
My mom lives there, and I went to go visit her and her sisters who has some kids.
On Camille's return flight on February 3rd, a game of musical chairs in the air. She was seated in row 15 in the window seat at takeoff, but by the end of the flight, she was sitting in row 34. She said the 2 women seated next to her in the middle and aisle seats were upset about their seat assignment.
They felt like they were ticketed first class seats, but they couldn't provide the ticket.
After the complaints went on for more than an hour into the flight, Camille started recording part of that exchange. Camille says that was a Delta flight attendant speaking with those 2 passengers next to her. Eventually, the flight attendant proposed a solution to get the women more space, but Camille would have to move.
Are you by yourself? Yeah. There's a seat back there, 34, but they'll give you all more space.
I don't want to make it a race thing, but instead of asking the 2 white women that were seated next to me in an attempt to accommodate them, they basically made me have to move. And I just don't know why I had to move because that was the seat that I paid for.
So Camille moved to her new seat at the back of the plane in row 34. She said she was embarrassed by the experience.
As I'm walking back there, it's just humiliating, It's like having the entire, flight look at you and, everybody's kind of asking what's going on.
After getting back to the Bay Area, Camille spent the next several days trying to contact Delta Airlines.
Submitted a complaint online.
After hours on hold, she finally got a customer service supervisor on the phone who told her,
So how are you humiliated for them to ask you to just go to another seat?
You're basically saying that there's nothing that you can do?
No, none of these circumstances, what I'm showing them, no.
Not satisfied with the response, Camille reached out to ABC 7 News. After we stepped in, Delta provided the following statement. We are looking into this situation to better understand what happened. Delta has no tolerance for discrimination in any form, and these allegations run counter to our deeply held values of respecting and honoring the diversity of our customers. Camille feels these words are hollow after her experience.
Me as a black woman, I was displaced to make 2 white women comfortable. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Do you think that you'll be flying Delta again anytime soon?
Never again. Never again.
Julian Glover, ABC 7 News.
She made a vow.
So, as y'all see, the white man don't give a damn about you.
Oh, man. And the sister says she don't understand.
That's the key part.
Right.
Give me that Daniel 9:7 real quick.
Yep.
That's the problem because we think we American citizens. We like, I just don't get it. Why does this keep happening to us? We're Americans. Martin Luther King.
Right. Freedom from slavery, right?
What about the dream? Barack Obama. Gosh, why does this keep happening? Read that.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 7. O Lord, righteousness belongeth unto thee.
Righteousness belongeth unto thee. Bree.
But unto us, confusion of faces.
We have confusion of faces. Why? Because we think we are American citizens. We think we are equal to these individuals. When no, you're not beneath or equal, you're above.
Right.
The problem is you are in the land of your captivity.
Right.
So guess what? When they look at you, they see somebody subpar. It's like if you see a child, you like, hey, you move. Y'all men, y'all can sit here. That's how they look at us. We're not human beings to them. They're not concerned with you.
That's funny.
And go ahead.
No, I'm just laughing because I'm quite sure she wrote a long letter to them, and the dude just hit her with what's your point?
Right. On hold for hours. On hold for hours.
Yeah, what you want me to do? Oh, what happened? They move you? Are you black? Yeah, ain't nothing we can do about that. This happens all the time. Let me direct you to my other manager. Right. Go to Psalms real quick. I would bring this out every week. We're going to keep bringing it out because it keep happening over and over and over and over again. Psalms 58 in verse 4.
The book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent.
Read.
They are like the death adder.
They are what?
They are like the death adder.
They are like the death adder.
What do you want me to do about it?
The white man don't hear you.
Right. Man.
You can call for hours. They even got the news station. It's on YouTube now. And they still issued a public statement. This is not with our diversity. So ain't nobody caring.
Yeah, they ain't give a damn about no publicity, nothing.
No, they don't care. Usually, they roll out the carpet at that point. Like, damn, all right, we gotta do something.
Press. Yeah.
But they just keep it rolling.
They keep you on hold long enough. They want you to hang up.
There you go. They're like, damn, she's still on there. All right. What happened? All right, yeah. We can't do nothing. You want some miles? Nah, I can't give you miles either.
Give some free peanuts. Give free peanuts.
Damn. Esau don't
Can't even give you a runway mile.
Damn. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Biloxi, Mississippi.
Biloxi, Mississippi. What's going on? What's your question or comment?
You out there gambling?
I don't know if it's really the wrong time. You know, I didn't want to get off subject or anything like that.
Well, it sounds like that's what you about to do.
Hey, bro. Well, how about this? Don't get off subject. Just stay on topic.
I wanted to join.
Huh?
I want to join.
Okay, all praise. So we got a school in Jackson, Mississippi. How far are you from Jackson?
I'm 4 hours from Jackson.
How far are you from?
The thing too,
how far are you from Tupelo?
I just got a job, and I'm supposed to be leaving next week. They flying me to Tampa, Florida, to do some training for a month.
Coming on home, bro. Come on home.
Yeah, you come to the school in Orlando. That's an hour away from Orlando, Tampa.
Okay, so like if I'm like off on the weekend or something like that, I can can travel that. Well, it's gonna be hard for me because I'm not gonna have no vehicle or nothing like that.
Well, it sounds like if you got a job where they fly you somewhere, I'm pretty sure you can get a rental car, my brother.
Right.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, at this time, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't have no money, no funds. They paying for everything.
I got you.
Everything.
I got you. Well, keep in contact. If you can make it, you can make it. If not, you just got to keep watching online until you're able to make it to the school. But yeah, wherever you located at, you can get to the school. Call the number and you're able to get into the school. So
Yeah, visit the website, bro.
Okay, because I had been trying for like some years and stuff, and like I was just trying to see is there like a reliable person I can contact, you know, when I'm, you know, when I kind of stabilize a little bit, you know, that way I can get to where I need to get to in order to, you know, learn the stuff I need to learn.
I got you. Yeah, so on our website we got the number of the head of each camp. You call that number and you'll get the heads of the camp, and they'll give you directions to get to the school.
Okay.
All praise. I'm glad to hear that, man. How long you been watching?
I've actually been watching for some years. Maybe 3 or 4 years or something like that. You know, I got the information.
You never stepped
from
foot in the school yet?
No, sir. I got the information from a guy that I had went to school with, and you know, one time I had tried. They had called me. I was actually in Orlando, Florida, but I think some messages were kind of confused because they thought I was in Mississippi because I'm from Mississippi.
Gotcha.
And, you know, that's how I wasn't able to, you know, find them or anything like that. But I seen them come. They came down here one time in Biloxi, maybe almost a year ago or something like that. Gotcha. I caught them outside, and we wasn't able to, you know, because, you know, the closest school down here is like in Mobile.
Okay,
that I seen.
Mobile.
Okay, so yeah, so call the Mobile school, brother. We're going to keep it rolling with the show. We appreciate you for calling in.
All right.
All praises. Damn, they don't go quick. IT finally get the hang of it. All praise, IT. Hey, that's what this thing is about. For y'all on there listening right now, if you ain't got the same spirit, well, you calling in to come. Something wrong with you. Answer the call. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your name, question, or comment?
Y'all on there listening right now.
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down. Caller, turn your radio down. All right, they hung up.
Solution.
So, anyway, like I was saying, if you listening, you watching, and you ain't in the school, you ain't in the fight, you need to figure out how to get to the school nearest you.
That's right.
Because contrary to popular belief, he ain't snatching up individualites on that day.
That's right.
If you do, you're going to be for an example in the wilderness.
Right. This is an express trip.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. Let's what we got next? What's on here? Man, we went way left.
People trying to run away from something.
Go out of the video. I can't see what we showing. What did it say?
Ukraine.
Okay, good. So we've been showing y'all the racism here in the States. With our people. We know about that. We live it every day. But lo and behold, our brothers and sisters on the other side of the earth are experiencing the same thing. And while you out here praying for Ukraine,
right,
your enemies don't give a damn about you and your
was
people.
bowed down to
I don't know what pastor that was.
Dude, man.
Hey, read that. Read that.
Yes, sir. After Indian students, African face racial discrimination in Ukraine, alleged that they are not being allowed to cross the borders.
So Africans aren't being able to leave Ukraine before the other nations. They letting everybody else get up out of there, but they say, hey, you black, get back. All right, let's play some of these videos. Play that one. All right. So that's them waiting on the train. When you read the article, it says they got to wait till all the other nations get on the train. Then they letting the black people on. They holding them back. Go back, go down, go to another video.
They want them to stay back to be Russian target practice.
Yep.
Damn, that hurt me.
Scroll down, man. Damn.
Better start footing it.
Yep.
Man, these people left without taking the blacks, man. None of the blacks, man. See. None. Even the black guys that already have kids, they took their kids and their wife and left the niggas behind. Like, everyone is stranded. This is really too bad. Man, these people left without taking the blacks, man.
So you see, they making videos. They showing them. They leaving all the black people at the train station. Meanwhile, y'all want to pray for Ukraine. Ukraine ain't worried about you. These nations don't care about you. Give me Psalms 83. All the nations of the earth made a confederacy against the children of Israel. That's what y'all fail to understand. Stop praying for Ukraine, stop praying for Russia, and start praying for vengeance.
That's right.
That's what you need to pray for. The 400 years of slavery that your people went through. The oppression that we continue to go through. The two Supreme Court justices in 233 years, and you want to pray for another nation. Damn. Unbelievable. Our people are sick. Y'all got that scripture?
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They that hate thee have lifted up the head. We showed you that all day long. Read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And I want you to understand, verse 3, it says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Understand, you want to know who the hidden ones are? Find out who's suffering oppression in every country.
Every country.
In every incident. It don't matter what's going on. Look who's at the bottom of the map, and you'll find the Israelites. That's simple. You got Ukraine and Russia going to war, and look who's at the bottom of the map somehow. Black people. Black people still being oppressed.
Oppressed amidst the war.
Right. You go to Israel, Africans still being oppressed. In America, Africans still being oppressed.
Right.
In China, the brothers get off the bus and they being called niggas in China. It don't matter where we go. All the nations have the same mindset towards you. They have an affinity with hatred when it comes to the children of Israel.
Yeah, I just want to bring out, but there's good news. There's good news, and this is the reason for Christ. Get Isaiah 11 and 11.
Bring it up.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 11 and verse 11.
Because what we watching right there is proof positive when we read in Luke why you need a Savior.
Right, there you go.
Go ahead, read that.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand against the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
The remnant of his people. Go ahead.
Which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea.
Go ahead.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcast.
And shall assemble who?
The outcast.
That's who we looking at right there. The outcast. Go ahead.
Of Israel.
Of Israel.
And gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
So y'all don't worry about that train. Christ coming.
There you go. There you go. Lead on the midnight train. On the midnight train to Israel.
You know, it's crazy. Like you was explaining, like Cap was just explaining the fact that no matter where you go, these stuff always going to happen to us, right?
Yep.
Go Deuteronomy 20 and 45.
Bring it out.
Because it wasn't so long ago that, what was that, Pakistan or whatever that country was?
Yep.
They was
Doing the
coming
same
over here by the thousands.
Yep.
They was saving
Loading them up.
Yeah.
Talking about when they was on the plane and everything else.
Yeah. They let them come over here and it wasn't a problem.
No
Didn't
problem.
nobody leave them behind.
Nope.
But then a couple months after that, Levi tried to come up
Right.
here. The border. They was getting
Stopped
whipped.
at the border.
They was getting whipped with the horse whips.
Damn.
So you can't make this stuff up. No matter where you go, curse is always going to follow.
Hey, so you mean to tell me they'll pick you up on a private jet from the other side of the earth from the other nations, but you can be at the river's edge, the Rio Grande. You right there. And they say, nah, you can't come in. Damn.
Can somebody explain that to a Christian?
Where's John 3:16 at when you need it?
Bruh. Ain't nowhere to be found. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
Right. No matter where you go or what you do, you cannot escape being an Israelite. That's why, like those previous examples we brought out, it doesn't affect other nations the way it does to us.
Yep.
The Lord has given us a sign
There you go.
that we got to get the hell up out of these people, man, and come away from them.
There you go. That simple. That simple.
That thing said they met the Africans at the border for 2 days. They've been there for 2 days.
2 days. Yeah, one of them said they was out there in 3-degree weather with 3 months with babies. Babies. That's what's going on.
Ukrainian police and army refused to let them pass.
Yep. All right, so it's 8:30. I wanted to do about an hour on this next section. Go to the last article, I think it was, dealing with Trayvon Martin. It was the NBC. Dang, let me look at the number. My bad. I reverted back to my old ways before we had a top flight IT crew that said number everything.
Top flight.
Number 8. Go to article number 8. We ain't even gonna hit the Jewish stuff today. All right, play this video. So hold on, read that article though first. Read the title first.
Yes, sir. America's disdain for black men and boys hasn't diminished in the years since Trayvon Martin was killed.
And newsflash, it hasn't ended since we got here. That's what it should say. Trayvon Martin just started the Black Lives Matter. But what happened to the civil rights movement?
Right.
We had the march before that. Then we had to end Jim Crow. Then we had to end slavery before that.
I was about to say, nobody never heard of Emmett Till?
Right, there you go. It's always been something or somebody we had to fight against since we've been here in America. Right. So don't paint Trayvon Martin as the start of racism.
Right.
Like y'all that's a what is it? What Micaiah when you need him? That's a
call in Micaiah.
Technological. I forgot the word. I forgot the word.
It's a Kansas City shuffle.
No, it's dishonest reporting or something like that. I forgot the word. Go ahead, press play though. Come on, IT.
Yeah, hit the play button.
With a volume.
Is the tab muted?
Where's the volume, my brothers? Yeah, it's definitely muted.
Brothers.
It's definitely muted, friends. It is muted.
Damn.
There you go. Golly.
It's the white man's fault.
We, the jury, find George Zimmerman not guilty.
The outcry at the verdict was fierce.
He didn't deserve to die. Yeah. And I pledge I will not let my son die in vain.
The chants for the victim?
No justice, no peace.
Now familiar.
It may have taken time, but Trayvon has shifted the way this country looks at race and criminal justice.
The 2012 shooting of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin wasn't caught on camera. George Zimmerman claimed self-defense, and federal prosecutors opted against charging him after the state trial ended in an acquittal.
I think if you had had a videotape of the entirety of that interaction, you might have ended up with a different result. Unfortunately, all we had was the word of Zimmerman to describe what happened. Trayvon never had a chance to speak.
And I just grabbed my firearms and I shot him.
Well, the standard that the Justice Department has to meet is way too high. You have to show that a person acted with a specific intent to take somebody's civil rights away from them.
People say guilty!
Fast forward 10 years.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty.
3 white men in Georgia convicted for killing Ahmaud Arbery, a black man out for a jog. The trio also now found guilty of federal hate crimes.
This was inconceivable 10 years ago.
We've been claiming that we have been mistreated for years. However, to see these things on videotape and to see them again and again and again on videotape, I think has changed the consciousness of the majority community, so that you're in a situation now where you can be in a rural part of Georgia with 3 white guys confronting a black jogger.
This is what I want y'all to understand. Okay, even if they're guilty and they're pressed guilty, what we want you black people to understand is the only way they're going to get convicted is if you got a camera proof and you hire $1 million lawyer. Meanwhile, the problem ain't even that they get convicted. The problem is they are murdering you.
Right.
And they continue to do it. They don't want you around them. When are you dumb black Christians going to understand that? They saying we moved so far because now they're getting convicted. Well, y'all told me God loves everybody, and we all one nation, and we in a post-racial society. Well, why is it that the brother can't jog in his own neighborhood without a risk of him being murdered?
He talking about video. Rodney King got beat
There
on
you go.
VHS.
There you go.
VHS for like hours, it looked like.
It's a whole bunch of cases.
I mean,
that don't change nothing. But that's why they're so excited 10 years later, because it's like the first, second time this actually happened. Go ahead, press play.
And people say, you know what? That's wrong.
Black lives, they matter here. Black lives, they matter here.
Since Trayvon, the killing of black people hasn't stopped.
Y'all see that? It said the killing of black people hasn't stopped. They still murdering us day in and day out. Give me that in Ezekiel 36:5. Perpetual hatred. I want the perpetual hatred. Walter Scott, Freddie Gray, Alton Sterling, Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland, George Floyd. We can name names for days. What's the name dude in New York? Diablo.
They let him up. The brother in
Tamir Rice,
Wendy's in Atlanta.
It's a lot. Shot. It's a lot of names. We can go on and on. Read that.
Lando Castillo.
Yep.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 4. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Because what?
Thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
It don't matter if we're in the Jim Crow South. It don't matter if we're in a post-racial society. It don't matter if you got what her name is?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris as the vice president. It don't matter if you got a black Supreme Justice. The hatred is going to continue. Read.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
What have they done?
Thou hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
This nation continues to shed the blood of the children of Israel. This is what y'all don't understand. This is a spiritual war we are fighting. This man don't care about no laws.
Right.
He don't care about no camera phone. It's in his spirit to murder.
You know what's crazy is because they're saying that they continue to kill us, right? Hey, you can go to Exodus 21 and 12.
Yep.
Exodus chapter 21 and 12. So, all right, we catching them on a cell phone, right? And you getting convictions. I want to hear when this is going to happen.
All right.
Read that.
The book of Exodus chapter 21 and verse 12. He that smited a man so that he die, he that smited a man so that he die shall be surely put to death.
Nah, get 2 years in probation.
Right. Shall surely be put to death.
I want to see when it's going to go down.
Right, because they give us the death penalty all day.
Yeah.
These jokers here, it gotta be a miracle just to get them 20 years without parole. When they gonna give the death penalty to a white man? I don't think I ever seen it. They gotta blow up a building and write a manifesto and then catch them. Hey. Then maybe they get the death penalty.
Did Timothy McVeigh get the death penalty? I don't think he got it either.
I don't think he got it.
Yeah, he blew up the federal building in Oklahoma.
Kill people.
Right. Yes. The federal building in Oklahoma.
Didn't get the death penalty. Meanwhile, you get accused of rape. Ooh,
it's over.
You done. But hey, don't worry. We don't classify as black or white. I'm just a human being. I'm just a human being. We all human beings. I'm confused. What do you mean?
We just some human beings shot.
Right. Go ahead, press play.
I think people forget the human side. Go on and get your rest now. Go on and see mama now. We gonna fight on. We gonna fight on.
You did the eulogy for not only George Floyd, but Trayvon Martin. You've done so many. How many do you think you've done at this point?
I mean, I couldn't even tell you the count.
But the movement of Black Lives Matter has evolved.
I always say that the movement was conceived with Trayvon Martin and born in Ferguson. These are folks who showed up to vote for Barack Obama in 2008, and they showed up again in 2012.
Now,
Wes Lowry covered the...
just because for the sake of time, go to the article now. I wanted to read... No, I think it's in the video. Let the video play. We'll let the video play.
Protests in Ferguson after the fatal shooting of Michael Brown in 2014. And the many others that followed. He says he's seen priorities shift from demanding that the system play out fairly to pushing for more structural change.
You also have had a series of reminders that the system as is cannot be trusted to adjudicate these instances and to deliver justice for black people.
Guilty.
But not all killings in the past 10 years have gone without legal consequences, especially when caught on tape.
The existence of video helps the prosecution a great deal. The jury is actually witnessing what happened.
So I can see he was always in pain, screaming, just trying to get away, from the officer.
In 2015, Walter Scott was gunned down by a police officer in South Carolina. The officer initially claimed Scott went for his taser, but cell phone footage from a bystander showed the officer firing at Scott as he tried to run away, striking him 5 times in the back.
I think it's really hard to make justice in this type of cases without videos.
The proliferation of videos in the last decade has also helped fuel a cultural evolution.
And what's true now that was never true before is that a white family sitting in their home can have to watch with their own eyes what a black family always may have experienced in their home. And it forces a level of empathy that has otherwise never existed between black and white America.
A combination of video with that sensitization leads to justice.
As a result, support for Black Lives Matter today looks radically different than 10 years ago, even in corners once unthinkable.
The Black Lives Matter.
When we got in the early parts of George Floyd, I would go to some rallies to speak, and there were more whites than black. The bad news is we're still going through this.
Pause.
The good news is the culture has shifted.
So he said when he goes to these Black Lives Matter rallies, there's more white people than black people.
Wow. Damn.
What is that letting you know? The movement is something different going on behind doors. The movement ain't for black people no more. There's an ulterior motive. When did we see this happen? In the 1960s with the Civil Rights Movement. Who did we see walking with Martin Luther King hand in hand? The oppressor. Who ended up winning with that situation? I'm going to show you. We're going to open up my directory of the American Directory of the Certified Uncle Toms.
Bring it out.
Damn. Pull up that picture.
Certified.
PhDs.
The same thing is happening over and over again. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. Y'all got it? Come on. Tell me you got it.
Hey, Jabez, what you doing, bro?
Back there.
Nothing new under the sun, bro.
Come on, bro. But I wanted to bring up that picture. Bring up the picture I sent. There we go.
Jabez was in a daze, boy. He's like,
Yeah, you got it up there.
What page I said this about?
Page 80? That's what it looked like.
Want me to read now?
Yeah, we're gonna go straight to the book. Okay. All right. What did it say? Now that's what page is that? Okay, the white Jewish motives.
White motives, Jewish motives.
Yep. So the Jewish people hijacked the civil rights movement, and now they're doing the same thing today. The white man has hijacked what? Black Lives Matter. But they always try to associate themselves with our movements to push their agenda. Hey, J-Bears, you got it? Can you read it? Can you see it?
Yes, sir, I can read it.
All right, read that.
White motives, Jewish motives. The amelioration.
That means the improvement
of the black condition was never the motive of the white.
Hold on, read it again.
The amelioration of the black condition was never the motive of the whites. Who assumed management of the political destiny of the black race.
Read.
While the whites who initiated black organizations at the beginning of the 20th century wanted to thwart independent black development. The white Jews who came to be so prevalent.
Hold on, the white Jews that came to be what?
So prevalent.
That's why you see more white people attending black events than black people. Because behind closed doors, white people are benefiting from what's going on. Read.
In black affairs only became active because they desired access to the inner sanctum of American business, education, and housing in order to pry open the doors to those arenas. They realized that the promotion of civil rights.
Bring it up. Next picture. At the top. You're going to pick up at the top, J-Bear. Scroll to the top.
of civil rights, the removal of all race, ethnic, and religious-based legal discrimination provided the best strategy to gain entry.
So, what it's basically saying, we can keep reading it, break it down even further. White people only join black issues for their purpose. To hijack.
To hijack.
They hijacked all our movements. The same thing is happening to this very day with Black Lives Matter.
To this day.
That's why $60 million we know on Friday, $60 million going missing. Why? Because the black lesbians went and had a party. But these people are not for you.
Right.
They are not for you. Give me Zephaniah 2:1. This is the solution to the problem. It ain't banding together with your oppressors because they're not there for you. I can guarantee you that. We got historical records. We read it out of a book. You know, what book is that? What book is that?
Right.
That ain't the Bible. Now what? What's the problem now? The white man wrote it. Is that good enough for you? Go ahead, read that.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. O nation not desired.
The Bible is telling us to gather ourselves together. It's high time for the nation of Israel to come together on all forms and facets. We got to come together spiritually first, understanding who we are, our identity. We got to keep the commandments of God. Then we got to learn how to work with one another, how to build with one another, how to spend our dollars with one another. Then we go to a whole nother level as a nation of people. Until then, we're going to keep sending our children to Catholic school being called niggas.
Right.
We're going to go to the school and they being taught that they can be a woman if they a man. Right. They're going to be worshiping white man Jesus in churches. Right. It's high time for us to come out of the American society that we currently live in. If not, you can die. You're going to get destruction when the bombs drop because we in the last days. What y'all got on that, man?
Hey, you said it all, Cap. You just did that and getting defiled cupcakes at school.
Oh, man. Hey, who leading captivity should go in captivity.
Yep.
He killed by the sword must be killed by the sword.
There you go.
That's all I got.
Bring it out for him, man. Bring it out.
Yes, sir. We can't wait for that thing.
That's the gospel.
Yeah, there it is.
The book of Revelations, chapter 9.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry, 13.
Okay,
you got two Bibles over there. You got three Bibles over there.
Come on, bro.
Oh, I messed up.
I got
Damn, you don't know
Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints.
Of the saints, of us Israelites. That's what we're waiting on that thing.
That was Revelation 13 and 10 there.
So,
it's in one of your three Bibles. Yeah. I've actually all three of the Bibles.
That boy had 3 Bibles. Great day. Triple double over there.
Right.
Hey, man, so once again, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to the LIONZ Den radio show.
Already?
Yeah, they want us to give make sure Bishop got enough time because their IT team is just like ours. So we're going to make sure we get a Bishop enough time to come on set it off Sundays.
That's
you got
right.
Patient Saints at 10 o'clock. You got Deacon Ithon Philly at 1:30 with Our Hidden History. You got Deacon Malachi at 4 o'clock, Raven and Wolves Radio.
He's back.
More fire.
You got yours truly, one of the first radio shows in Israel, the LIONZ Den radio show at 7 p.m. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you got Wisdom Crieth Out coming on at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to 11. So we got a full lineup on Sunday. We implore y'all to explore your options. Buy some stocks in IUIC.
Right.
Put your TV on there and leave it there and watch the gains you get in the scriptures.
That's right.
We want to give a shout out to the IT team. We got Officer Yuri back there. We got Soldier Duell. We got Officer Ezekiel. We got Brother Anathia. Who else back there? Brother Daniel.
Right.
Who on security today? Y'all don't want to get security? No shout out to security. Security, give a shout out to security.
Security's on security.
Shout out to the
system. Hey, real names
I got to give a shout out to your favorite barber. Abner 12 Gates.
Maccabeus, Ichabod.
Getting it in.
Ichabod.
Hey, shout out the food sisters, man.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the crew for cooking for us. All praise to the Most High. Support the troops. Hey, if you want to help, if you like the Lions Den radio show, you want to help us do big and better things, you can send in donations at iuic.orlando@israelunite.org via PayPal. If you want to help the Booster Club, iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. If you tired of seeing Passion of the Christ, go to Matthew 2:13. Joseph Dream is coming through. And last but not least, make sure you register for the Passover.
That's right.
Live here in Orlando, Florida, and in California, and in Washington, D.C., and in Jackson, Mississippi. We everywhere this year. So make sure you keep it in your region. And with that, we say shalom, y'all.
Shalom.
We're dealing with, and you running, and you think we're the wolf pack. We were the ones that was dragged and brought over here on the slave ships, and you made a monster out of us.
Which spirit you rolling with? Either you rolling with the spirit of Satan, and who's waiting for the lake of fire, or you gonna roll with the spirit of Christ.
Manufactured right here in the Americas. Don't slip on that. This new Negro that we see today was a creation.
If you walking around worrying about your breath when you know death and destruction is everywhere, nigga, you gonna die.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone, 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.